Good morning everyone, today is a discussion video regarding Leciel Exploration. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to talk about is of course the keyword, which is arcs_in_love. I did put this as the thumbnail for yesterday's video, which was the pre-maintenance checklist video. However, I didn't actually talk about it in the actual video, simply because I recorded the video a couple days before the keyword came out. But nevertheless, you're simply going to type arcs in love, and once you do that, you're going to go to your systems, get campaign items, receive item account, and right here Phantasy Star House Party, and you will actually get 2 Rappy Shape Fritters, 50 star gems, as well as a bow weapon camo. This bow weapon camo actually looks really sick, as we can see right here. Look at that. That looks freaking amazing. So you can sell this if you want. Unfortunately, it's not going for a lot of money since everyone got this for free, but nevertheless, this is a very nice looking weapon camo, so I will be keeping it. But now with the keyword out of the way, the next thing I want to talk about is of course Leciel Exploration. So Leciel Exploration has been out for quite some time now, and the loot hasn't really changed. We still get growth mint, we get a bunch of LC capsules, we get the new customization discs Bs, as well as A's actually, which I'm surprised they didn't show over here. We also have a bunch of different weapon camos, which I don't really see that often, like the Elder Pain one. I haven't actually seen this drop for me personally, but the other weapon camos I've seen dropped a couple of times. And of course the Fugleguard weapon series, which again is still super ultra rare, even though they did buff the rare drop rate quite a bit. But the thing that I want to bring to everyone's attention is the main reason why people farm Leciel Exploration is really for the LC capsules, and of course we do have the daily that actually gives us a bunch of growth mint. So if we look at our dailies over here, clear Leciel Exploration, we get 30 growth mint. This is actually pretty nice. 30 growth mint for just clearing this once every single day is pretty decent. And then on top of this 30 growth mint, you do get additional growth mint for just clearing Leciel Exploration based off your rank. I do believe S rank gives you an additional 15, so that actually gives you a total of 45 of the growth mint, which is pretty good. And even if you get like a rank or B rank, I believe you still get like 10 growth mint. So nevertheless, it's still a good chunk of growth mint, which you can actually use to exchange for more LC capsules. So here comes the part where I'm a little bit conflicted on. Personally, I like diversity. Being able to farm for LC capsules in all the different game modes is good for me. Because personally, I really enjoy farming Rayar Gorge, I like farming the Ancients, I like farming the Dread enemies, the Recon Gigantics. All of that stuff in the Rayar Gorge is content that I personally really enjoy. I would much rather farm Rayar Gorge than Leciel Exploration over and over, depending on the modifiers of that day. Because remember, Leciel Exploration does change modifiers every single day. Some days aren't so good, some days are really good. So as you can see in the B-roll, this is one of the good days where we get the ground pound, and then you can see we absolutely melt the boss, and we actually clear all of the rooms before we get to the boss, and it's just super easy, super chill. Those are the good days. When it's one of those days, I'm more than happy to spam Leciel Exploration over and over. However, there are some of those bad days where it's like the sidestep one, which, you know, that's just not really my cup of tea, so I don't really like that. So when it's those days, I just don't run Leciel Exploration. And another game mode that is currently available for you to farm more LC capsules is of course the limited time quest Dust of Vera Suppression Operation. So we do have a good mix of content. You know, we have 3 different game modes, which can reward you a bunch of LC capsules. So the problem arises in the case that we split the player base a little bit too thin, because some players want to run Rayar Gorge, some people want to run the LTQ, some people want to run Leciel Exploration. So sometimes queue times, especially for Leciel Exploration, might be a little bit longer than usual, or the LTQ might be a little bit longer than usual, so forth and so on. So here comes the discussion part of the video. I want to hear your opinion. Do you like that Sega makes diverse content where you can farm different type of things or do different type of content in order to farm for the same loot? Or do you think that Sega should kind of focus on one specific game mode? So for example, when there's LTQ, it's like, oh, this is the only way to get the Arga Belta and Shezas. It's like, oh, you have to farm the LTQ. So the player base is all consolidated and they're all farming one specific thing for like really crazy for that 1 week. Another great example is Rare Gorge. On Ultra PSO2 day, Rare Gorge was the place to go because it was the place to get your rare weapons, to get all of the goodies, and you can literally farm everything in Rare Gorge. So everyone was hyper focused on Rare Gorge only, and so we had multiple rooms that were full all the time at Rare Gorge. So, you know, do you guys prefer that Sega focuses content on one specific game mode so it consolidates the player base into one game mode, and there's always going to be, you know, it's going to be a little bit more busier as there's more people flowing in and out? Or do you think that Sega should continue to diversify and have different game modes or different options for players in order to farm for the same loot, so that, you know, let's say that you're not the biggest fan of Rare Gorge, then at least you can farm at Leciel Exploration, or at least you can farm at the LTQ, so that you have a little bit more options? Or again, as I said earlier, do you think it's better that Sega just focus fires on one specific game mode so that it consolidates the player base into farming one specific game mode, so that the queue times are short and there's a lot of people just farming the same type of content? So that's the main question I want to leave open to you guys. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think is the best solution? Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!